Now we're going to go to Mayor Olivia Chow and the Transportation Minister making an announcement right now.
Since day one, Premier Ford and our government have been focused on building a better public transit system for the people of Ontario. A transit system that gets riders where they need to go, when they need to go there, so they can spend less time waiting and more time doing what they want, which is spending time with family, friends, and loved ones. Across the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area, we're investing billions of dollars in transforming public transit, including right here in Toronto, where shovels are already in the ground to build new subways like the Eglinton Crosstown West extension. Once complete, the ECWE will bring Eglinton Crosstown LRT another 9.2 kilometers further west, creating a continuous rapid transit line from the east end of Toronto through the heart of the city and into Mississauga, with an estimated 70,000 rides expected every single day. The ECWE will help save commuters up to 24 minutes a trip, more than 3/4 of an hour a day. And as part of this project, we'll be building 7 new stations, bringing 37,000 more people within walking distance of public transit, and making life that much easier for riders in Toronto and Mississauga. Today, I'm proud to announce that our government is taking another step forward to build the Eglinton Crosstown West extension, and that we are starting the procurement for the station, rail, and systems contract for the Eglinton Crosstown West extension. This contract will cover the design and construction of all 7 stations along the line, including architectural, structural, mechanical, and electrical work, fitting of the tunnels and elevated guideway with track and signals, installing fare collection systems, and much more. And perhaps more importantly, the modifications at Mount Dennis Station to connect the ECWE to the existing Eglinton Crosstown LRT. Beside me, as you have seen earlier, you'll see initial designs for 7 of the 7 new stations, and as we prepare for the final major contract to deliver this line. Our government knows transit keeps people moving and is a key driver of economic growth, connecting people not only to jobs, but also to friends and family, medical appointments, school, and so much more. And as we build Ontario for the future, we're using every lever at our disposal to get priority transit projects built as quickly as possible. As Toronto's population continues to grow, we cannot afford not to continue to invest in critical infrastructure that the future generations will rely on. Today is a historic next step on that mission. And with that, I want to thank everyone and pass it over to Mayor Chow to talk about what this announcement means for the people of Toronto. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's exciting. Thank you, Minister. It is truly an honor to be here, surrounded by these brand new Metrolinx LRT trains. And it's great to be here with you, Minister, Provincial Member of Parliament Michael Ford, and MP Yvonne Baker, Chris Phillips, Senior Vice President of Infrastructure Ontario, and of course Metrolinx CEO Phil Vesta. Now, Etobicoke is definitely well represented today with Councillors Steve Holiday and Francis Nunziata joining us as well. Every day, hundreds of thousands of people rely on public transit to get to work, to school, run errands, or see family and friends. They deserve public transit that is reliable, convenient, affordable, and safe. Transit that touches all corners of the city, and that makes people's day-to-day lives easier. When public transit is working well, life is more affordable. More people can choose to leave their cars at home. It becomes less expensive to get around our city. And of course, it reduces the congestions on our road. We are very grateful for the Provincial New Deal, because what that means is that we are able to take some of the funds from the province to both help build and order subway cars, and also able to help with the operating costs of TTC. As a result, we are increasing transit service and reducing wait times. As we work our way back to the pre-pandemic service levels, we hired more staff in stations to help riders, better customer services, and be the eyes and ears on the platform to provide safe travel. We've also froze the TTC fares to make it affordable to everyone. And with the provincial One Pass, One program, it means that people can take public transit, whether it's GO Train or TTC, or if they're coming from Mississauga, it is just one pass and one metro. The Presto will work right through. And that saves a lot of money for transit riders, and it's more convenient. Now, today's announcement is another sign of progress in delivering good, reliable transit in places where it's needed most. Because people in Etobicoke and across the city shouldn't lose their precious hours stuck in traffic. They should have a choice. By starting the work to extend the LRT West, we are giving people in Etobicoke more options to get around, more choices to commute to school or work or run errands, and ease the congestion by getting more cars off the road. Thousands and thousands of Torontonians are going to benefit. When all levels of government work together, we can get things moving. How we can get transit in this city back on track. And I'm excited about that. The station designs that you've seen, the 7 rendering looks amazing. I hope that soon we can have thousands of people filling up these stations on their way to school, work, or just ready to explore everything this wonderful part of the city has to offer, especially Mount Dennis. So thank you, and thank you to both the federal and the provincial government for the contribution to make this happen. And now I will pass it back to the minister for questions. Minister? Oh, questions to whoever.
We'll now take questions from the media. If reporters could line up at the microphone behind me, please identify yourself by name and outlet, and it will be one question, one follow-up. First question.
Hi there, Shalima Maharaj. I'm with Global News. I just want to start off by talking about, obviously, we've talked about the positives of this project and the need to be able to provide commuters in the West End with options, but we've also done a number of stories about skilled trade shortages. How confident are you that we are actually going to be able to get this project done on time when the first leg of the crosstown LRT notoriously has been faced by so many problems?
Thank you for that question. And look, we've learned from previous projects. We've got shovels in the ground on this project already. We've completed almost 5 kilometers of tunneling on this line as well. We know skills shortages are a challenge across many professions, but our government has invested significantly on skilled trading. My colleague Minister Piccini has worked with many of our union leaders and many others, almost $200 million in the Skills Trade Fund every single year to help support the next generation of workers. But what's important to see now is we've also adopted new measures in how we procure these projects across the province, and we've looked to the world and see what they've done. We've innovated. That's why we've been able to get shovels in the ground in almost every single one of our projects, whether it is the Eglinton West Crosstown, the Scarborough Subway Extension, the Ontario Line. We've taken our learnings and we've really gotten off to building these projects much quicker and more efficiently. And so as we expand upon the $70 billion that we're investing over the next 10 years, we'll continue to ensure that we're building this province and connecting people to the world-class transit that they need.
My follow-up question is this. We still are without an opening day for that first leg, the one that people have been waiting so patiently for now for several years. So bearing all of that in mind, should we even be moving forward with, additional track work here when we still have yet to get that first bit of work done?
Well, look, our government has taken a position of building transit across this province. You look across the world, you look across North America, there is no government that is investing more in public transit than the one under Premier Doug Ford. That's $70 billion, multiple projects. And like I've said, sure, there have been challenges. As you build a city, there are going to be challenges, but we're going to learn from them, and we have. And the result of that is projects that you see here today. The West Extension with shovels in the ground, almost 5+ kilometers of tunneling already done. Look at the Ontario line. We've got shovels in the ground on that. The Scarborough Subway Extension, which we were just visiting last week as well, tunneling well underway there as well. So as we build these LRTs, as we build these public transit projects across this province, we know we need to do this. We know we need to make these investments because for far too long, transit was ignored in this province, and it's been our government that has been committed to ensuring that those shovels get in the ground. As gridlock continues to increase in this province, as population continues to increase in this province, the time is now to invest, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Clara Pasica, CBC. So whoever feels most comfortable answering this one. I think some people at home, they might be watching this and they might find it, a little bit confusing. They might see there's already some tunneling happening sort of on the line. Maybe if you can just explain and as clearly as you can for a very ordinary person, what exactly is happening now that's different than what they've sort of already been seeing?
Yeah, so that's a great question, and so what you've basically seen is a new approach to construction in our transit projects across Ontario. This specifically being one of those where you've separated the contract, so the tunneling part of the contract, as you've seen, is well underway already. This is the next phase of that, which you see behind us is construction and design of the stations, of the rails that are going to be on it, the signaling system. All of those components are now being procured as well. So we got off to, we wanted to build these transit projects quicker, faster, get shovels in the ground. So we did the initial procurement on the
Okay, we've been listening to Transportation Minister Sakaria along with Mayor Olivia Chow give an update on the Eglinton Crosstown West Extension, starting that project, which is going to be 7 new stations, and also take questions about confidence when it comes to, delays with already ongoing projects.